person really means a lot to me. And that's because I think it is totally in the spirit that Wayne had. You know, Wayne was such an incredible activist. He cared so deeply about people. He cared so deeply about fighting injustice. And the man that we are honoring tonight is just the same. When I first met Steve, he was doing great work in terms of helping flood victims get really what they were due in terms of compensation. He's been involved in many other issues, environmental issues. He's done a lot to help figure out how county government can run better. And so I know that wherever he is, Wayne is looking on tonight, and he's just very, very happy that this is what's going on and to see this. So before I get all misty-eyed on you, at this point, I would like to ask our esteemed county executive, who's going to present the board, to come forward. I would like the honorary Steve Kanstoroom, and I would also like the members of the Farm Road community that have come with us tonight to please join us up on the stage, because we're so glad that you're here with us.
Thank you. It was mentioned a little bit earlier that our budget, which is now almost $5 billion, is larger than the state of Delaware. It's also larger than the state of Alaska. And we have more people than Alaska. But county executives from Montgomery County, county executives from Montgomery County, cannot run for vice president. Why? Because from Montgomery County, you cannot see Russia. I'm going to ask, who's also a good friend of Wayne, and he was with me when we dedicated the county staff office in honor of Wayne's work. Phil Andrews, please come forward. Phil was there to help us to dedicate the county staff office in Wayne's memory. And many of you probably don't know that, but people have given me an awful lot of credit for that office, but it was really my following the leadership of Wayne and urging initially running his office to do so, because he thought it was a good idea. And I think it's proven to be a great deal of benefits for us. So Phil and I presented that award and that recognition of his office. The Wayne Goldstein Award is given to an individual or group for outstanding service to the people of Montgomery County. The Civic Federation finds it quite appropriate to present Steve Kanstoroom with this award, since Wayne and Steve worked closely together for 4 years preceding Wayne's death in 2009. Steve has focused his activities and his efforts on a host of issues. For example, Maryland Governor Donald Schaefer recognized him for his years of work on legislation benefiting victims of domestic violence. He has worked with the Humane Society of the United States on legislation and regulations to protect animals in Maryland and throughout the United States. He has done a great deal. Wayne first heard from Steve in 2005, after Steve documented a pattern of fraudulent insurance claim practices by private insurers who participated in the National Flood Insurance Program. Steve was instrumental in 5 congressional hearings, passage of the Flood Insurance Reform Act in 2006, and mandated review of the Hurricane Isabel flood claims in all affected states. Consequently, tens of millions of additional dollars were paid by insurance carriers to the victims of Hurricane Isabel. He was recognized by Governor Eldridge and Senator McCaskill for his work. And in 2007, Governor Martin Valley was on hand to personally congratulate Steve for being the only Marylander to receive the Civil Justice Award that year. The award was presented for Steve's work in spearheading legislation to bring penalties for insurance companies that failed to pay claims in good faith to Maryland legislation that the government signed. Also in 2007, After the county refused to act, we learned of his successful private efforts to halt large-scale illegal dumping adjacent to the Tucson River. Steve developed a recommendation to help us in that area as well. But what caught the Civic Federation's attention, and most attention over the years, has been Steve's most forceful and ceaseless efforts to end the plight of the Farm Road families of Sandy Spring. Many property owners, lives in this African-American kinship community have been turned upside down since parking planning deleted their street addresses and refused to recognize the road that had served many of that community from the 1800s. As a result, some residents are now homeless, others are too sick to speak, and all are denied productive use of the properties that have been their families for generations. Steve has continued to champion this cause for the past 6 years at considerable expense for himself and his family. For example, he has pushed to make sure the public is aware of this fight. On April 19, WMAU aired a segment on Metro Connection to Tower the Kinship community in Sandy Spring. This is an important issue. For many, it is a small issue. But if our county is to live up to all that we think that it should in terms of treating people fairly, we have to resolve this challenge. And as county executive, despite our efforts to move the parking plan along to ensure that they resolve this problem, we have not been successful. And I am particularly concerned about their refusal to do so. We need to resolve this. 6 years is too long. Steve has fought for this, and we can help him by continuing this fight and joining him in this effort. He is relentless, but he cannot fight this fight alone. Now, few citizens have done so much as a single individual across so many different issues. Wayne would be proud and honored to have this award in his name to go to Steve. Congratulations.
Good evening, and thank you so much for this. It really does mean an awful lot to me. Wayne really was my dear friend, and for those of you that attended this funeral, you know what I said. I said we'd be up at 2 or 3 in the morning, and we'd email back and forth, you wait. And if they were, we said, yeah, can we call? And I would talk to him about his county issues, and he would talk to me about the federal issues or the state issues I was working on. And as I said at his funeral, he said, Steve, if there's something you want, you've got the whole county council and county executive here, ask them. And so, if you remember, I did. I said, would you dedicate something to Wayne in his honor? And of course, they have. Thank you very much for doing that. But, so, along the same lines, rather than talk about anything else, what I really am here to do is ask for your help. And as much as I appreciate the award, I really want your help. And I want to briefly tell you about Farm Road, those who don't know, and then show you a short video. But let me try to tell you in a minute and a half. This is a pretty simple story. There comes a time that William Rounds and I and a couple others went to park and planning, and deed in hand to show the reference to Farm Road that they said we had to have. And park and planning said, oh, there's a problem, there's a typo on the tax map, you have to change that. 2 parcels are reversed. A had B's number and B had A's number. Mr. Rounsley did that. I had a letter from the State Department of Planning that did that. The letter went back to Park and Planning. Shortly thereafter, a letter of rescission came from Maryland Department of Planning taking it back. And we didn't know at the time that the reason they took it back was a string of emails from high levels of Park and Planning to the governor's cabinet member. And it's on the website if anybody wants to see it, but it's real. And it was terrible. We didn't know. The next thing they've asked for at Park and Planning is just get everyone to agree the road is there. Well, the road is there. and go to Cedar Road. Long story short, we got a group of affidavits from all the neighbors saying, the road's there, we don't object to the road. Whatever broom they've asked for, we brought them. And so with that, I'd just really like to show you a short video and ask you to please go to the website. It tells you what to do to help. Just asking for an email or two, a phone call or two. I really, really appreciate the award, and I know Wayne would be really happy if you would help me help them. Thank you.